വരുന്നു.
पराई जाने रे पर दुखे उपकार करे तो ये पर दुखे उपकार करे तो ये मन अभिमान लाने रे कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे जन तो तेरे कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे समदृष्टि ने तृष्णा त्यागी परस्त्री असत्य न बोले असत्य न बोले वरधन नव चाले हाथ रे जन तो तेने कहिए पीड़ पराई जाने
എല്ലാവർക്കും നമസ്കാരം. We are here at the concluding function of a rare and unique venture which began at 8 o'clock this morning. And it is my honor and privilege to welcome the distinguished guests and all those who are the part of this noble venture, which would, I feel, bring about a sea change in the socio-cultural field of our state. And I consider it a great honor to welcome His Excellency, the Honorable Governor of Kerala, for having envisioned and introduced such a venture. I welcome you, sir, to this august function. And this function is an outcome of the discussion between the Honorable Governor of Kerala and Kerala Gandhi Smarakaditi, and it is the first part of this venture which would continue till a substantial change is brought about in this field. And I welcome all distinguished guests on the stage and off the stage. And I welcome the media persons, I welcome the artists, I welcome all those who are here to make this function, make this noble venture a great success. Thank you.
ആദരണീയനായ നമ്മുടെ ഗവർണർ ശ്രീ ആരിഫ് മുഹമ്മദ് ഖാൻ, സദസ്സിന് സമീപരായിരിക്കുന്ന ബഹുമാനിയെ, നാം എല്ലാവരും ഈ ദിവസങ്ങളിൽ നമ്മുടെ സംസ്ഥാനത്ത് ഒഴിഞ്ഞുപോയ നമ്മുടെ സഹോദരിമാരുടെ ഓർമ്മയുടെ മുമ്പിൽ ദുഃഖത്തോടുകൂടി നിൽക്കുന്ന സന്ദർഭമാണ്. 2 ദിവസത്തിൽ 3 സഹോദരിമാര് വളരെ ദാരുണമായി മരണപ്പെട്ട സംഭവം ഫേസ്ബുക്കിലൂടെ പരസ്പരം ഒരു കളി പോലെ ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട ഒരു കുഞ്ഞുൾപ്പെടെ 2 സഹോദരിമാര് മരണപ്പെടുകയും ഒരു സഹോദരി ജയിലിലാവുകയും ചെയ്തു. അനേകം കുഞ്ഞുങ്ങൾ ഈ ദിവസങ്ങളിൽ അകാരണമായി അതിദാരുണമായി മരണപ്പെട്ടു. ആ ദുഃഖകരമായ ഓർമ്മകൾ ഈ ദിവസം മുഴുവനും നമ്മുടെ രാഷ്ട്രപിതാവ് മഹാത്മാഗാന്ധിയുടെ ഓർമ്മകൾ ഉയർത്തുന്ന ഈ ഗാന്ധി ഭവനിൽ ഉപവസിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മൾ അനുസ്മരിക്കുകയും മുന്നോട്ട് എന്ത് അതാണ് നമ്മൾ ചിന്തിക്കുന്നത്. നമ്മുടെ സംസ്ഥാനത്തെ ഓരോ പഞ്ചായത്തുകളുടെയും വാർഡ് തലങ്ങളിൽ സ്ത്രീധന വിരുദ്ധ സ്ക്വാഡുകൾ രൂപപ്പെടും. മത റിലേറ്റീവ്സുമാര്, മത ചിന്തകര്, സാംസ്കാരിക നായകന്മാര്, യുവജനങ്ങള്, രാഷ്ട്രീയ രംഗത്ത് നിൽക്കുന്ന ആളുകള്, സ്ത്രീ പ്രസ്ഥാനങ്ങള്, റെസിഡൻസ് അസോസിയേഷനുകള്, എല്ലാ പ്രസ്ഥാനങ്ങളെയും ഏകോപിപ്പിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് ഗ്രാമാന്തരങ്ങളിൽ സ്ത്രീധന വിരുദ്ധ ബോധവൽക്കരണം നടത്തുന്നു. ധാരാളം കുഞ്ഞുങ്ങൾ, ധാരാളം സ്ത്രീകൾ വളരെയേറെ ആകുലതകളോടുകൂടി നൊമ്പരത്തോടുകൂടി ആരോടും തങ്ങളുടെ കഥകൾ പങ്കുവയ്ക്കാൻ സാധിക്കാത്ത സ്ഥിതി നിലനിൽക്കുകയാണ്. ഇത് കേരള മനസ്സാക്ഷിയെ വെല്ലുവിളിക്കുന്നു. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ ഓരോ വാർഡ് തലങ്ങളിൽ ജാഗ്രതാ സമിതികൾ രൂപീകരിച്ച് വിവിധ തലങ്ങളിൽ ആശങ്കാകുലരും അസ്വസ്ഥരുമായിരിക്കുന്ന നമ്മുടെ സമൂഹത്തെ വീണ്ടെടുക്കണം. ഇന്ന് കമ്പോള സംസ്കാരം എവിടെയും സമ്പത്ത് ആർജിച്ചെടുക്കും. അങ്ങനെ സമ്പത്തിന്റെ പിന്നാലെ പഴക്കം പായുന്ന ഈ ലോകത്ത് നന്മയുടെ, നേരിന്റെ, സ്നേഹത്തിന്റെ, കനിവിന്റെയൊക്കെ സന്ദേശം പകരുവാൻ ഇത്തരം നടപടികൾക്ക് കഴിയണം. അതിന് മുൻകൈയെടുത്ത ഗാന്ധിയൻ പ്രസ്ഥാനങ്ങളെ ഞാൻ അഭിനന്ദിക്കുകയാണ്. ഞങ്ങളുടെയൊക്കെ സഹകരണം ഈ രംഗത്ത് തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും അതിഗൗരവമായി അടിയന്തരമായി നമ്മൾ ഇടപെടേണ്ടിയിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അതിന് കഴിയട്ടെ എന്ന് ആശിക്കുന്നു, പ്രാർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു.
Most respected Gandhians, Senior Gandhian Advocate Shri Ayyappan Pillai, P. Gopinath Nair ji, Dr. N. Radhakrishnan ji, Pandit Ramesh Narayan ji, Shri Surya Krishnan. Today is not the occasion for speech making. Rather, in this Gandhi Bhavan we have gathered for soul searching. Why? Because we feel injured. We are the pain and degradation caused by dowry debt, the acceptance of the social ills, and the practical worship of the evil by some, outrage our humanity. The nefarious practice of dowry is oppressing our people, particularly our women folk. Whatever is happening in the name of dowry cannot be reconciled with our spiritual orientation or our constitutional and legal framework. I believe that the tragic incidents which have happened, that is result of our straying from the spirit of Indian culture. It is because our values have been distorted. We, this state, we revere Shri Narayan Guru and the movement that he had launched. We revere Saint Chavara, who started the educational movement for the girls of Kerala. We have names like Vakum Molvi, who stood for social reform. And when I visited the house of this man, this girl, only those who have gone, I am not just talking about this case, any such case, the condition of the parents, the family becomes pathetic. And I am not of the view that Kerala, there is lack of social awareness. No. With highest literacy rate in the country, highest social indicators, the social awareness is there, but it has not reached a level where it can result in imposing social sanctions on the dowry. Therefore, at her house, when media people were there, they asked me, I said I appeal to all enlightened citizens, all NGOs, particularly our Gandhians. They have a special place in our society because they are inheritors of the legacy which gave us our freedom, which gave us back our dignity. So I appealed from there. And I said, this is not a partisan issue. Everybody must join hands. I am so happy and so grateful to Radha Krishna ji and all these senior people who are sitting on the dais and in this hall who responded to that appeal instantaneously. I am grateful to you all of you, deeply grateful for giving the call. And the moment I came to know, I said I will join the fast. And I am so happy to share with you that there are some other proposals also which we propose to do. When I discussed with the Chief Minister, he was absolutely enthusiastic. And he said that these initiatives must be encouraged. And we should do whatever is possible to raise the level of awareness so that this social evil can be rooted out. And I discussed with him when I came to know that our senior Gandhians are going to give the call for 1 day upvas. But after their announcement, since yesterday, particularly today since morning, I have received so many people, the former Chief Minister Shri Umesh Chandi, members of Parliament, Shri Muralidharan, State Minister for Foreign Affairs, I received this call. Former Governor Kumanam Rajshekharan ji, Veera Rajgopal ji, Ramesh Chainitala ji, and O.D. Kunil Suresh ji, he came just now when I was leaving from the Gandhi Bhavan, and so many other people. And I also received call from Shrimati Tara Bhattacharya, the granddaughter of Mahatma Gandhi, who looks after the Gandhi Sangrahalaya. Now, I would like to share with you what other steps we propose to take. I propose to write a letter to all public representatives requesting them that when they receive any invitation to attend a marriage, they must try to ascertain whether in that particular marriage any transaction on the demand of the dowry seekers is taking place. And if they come to know that such thing is happening, then they should have the courage to say no and do not attend the marriage and make it public that this is the reason why they are not attending despite receiving the invitation. The second step which I propose is that I am going to write, in fact I hope that tonight this letter will reach all the vice chancellors. I am asking them to ensure that every student, whether of any student, before receiving his her degree or certificate or diploma, is made to sign an undertaking a bond that taking or giving of dowry is a crime. I shall not indulge in giving or taking of the dowry, with a warning that if later sometime it is found that this person is party to the abatement of the party to the crime or has abated the crime, then university shall be well within its rights to cancel the degree which has been given to that person. Why? Because educational institutions are not there to raise the price of the bridegroom. The educational institution degree does not mean that your price in the market, marriage market goes up. The educational institutions are supposed to impart vidya. Vidya gives vivek. Vidya vimarshrupini, which gives us a sense of right and wrong. Now those who are armed with vidya, if they indulge in these things, then they don't deserve, despite having worked for it, they don't deserve to have the degree. One appeal through, particularly now I am addressing the media, through you I want to make this appeal to our women folk, the young girls. They must be trained, they must be taught to have the courage. If they come to know that the boy side is demanding, seeking dowry, whatever the parents say, she should be bold enough to say no to such proposal. And more than these young girls, I am appealing to senior ladies who are the mothers and mother-in-laws. It is they who exert the most influence. If you are mother of a boy, you may also be mother of a daughter. You yourself are woman. And the Dr. Radhakrishnan says that the most prominent characteristic of a woman is the sense of compassion. He says, our former president, he said in one of his speeches, he said compassion comes to women naturally, but men also must be compassionate. This compassion does not come to them naturally. They must cultivate this quality in order to complete their personality. So, in fact, he refers that I have recently read a book about the decline of womanhood. What is the decline of womanhood? The decline of womanhood, when compassion declines, then womanhood declines. How can you allow your family? So this I am making appeal to the senior people, particularly the mothers of the boys, that your compassion must prevail and you should not allow your family or your son. And you must tell him that it is repugnant to his dignity. Why a man should like to live off the wealth of his in-laws? So this I am making a special appeal. Mahatma Gandhi has said, any man who demands dowry discredits his education, discredits his country, and discredits the womanhood. I think he also discredits his own dignity. Again, I would like to refer to Dr. Radhakrishnan. He said, give us good women and we will have a great civilization. Give us good mothers and we will have a great nation. This problem is not the problem of women. This is a human issue. If the young girls are treated in this manner, the consequences will not be borne by the family alone. Consequences will be borne by the society, by the state, by the country. And at the cost of repetition, I want to say that this problem is not confined to Kerala. Problem in some measure is present almost all over India. Kerala has taken lead in education, in health standards, even in social welfare sector. Now Kerala must take lead. The sacrifice of Vismaya and other girls like her in recent past must not go waste. It should wake us up. It should shake us. And these sacrifices must not go in vain. They should not be wasted. Kerala must rise up to the occasion, and Kerala has the capability to rise to the occasion. I have already told you. I have told you about how Chief Minister reacted, how the opposition parties have reacted, how the MLAs have reacted. So many ministers. Mr. Riaz was in Kollam. He called me from here. I wish I was in Trivandrum. I would have come with you there. So all our ministers, all our political leaders, they are of one voice. But I would also like to share it with you that I have requested the police headquarters to give a briefing on these crimes. And when the police officers came to know about it, they were no less enthusiastic. They were so happy, and they asked me to thank you for taking this. And they said, sir, we come into picture when the crime is committed. If we want to prevent these crimes, then this kind of social awareness is the absolute need of the day. So I want to thank all of you. I want to thank the professor of music who is Aparatur Banerjee जी, उनके साथ विधायक श्री चंद्र बाबू, श्री विजय कुमार, श्री हरिभरण, श्री दीपेश, कुमारी वानी रामदास, ज्योतिष, टीएम श्री कुमार, मिसेस आरती. I want to thank you. I want to thank everyone who has come here, and I want to thank all those. I don't know how many people are there who have observed fast today and who have strong feelings on this subject and who are keen that this movement must be intensified to the extent where we are finally able to put an end to this nefarious practice of dowry seeking. Again, I would like to thank you and thank you all those who are sitting here, and thank you media friends. Nandi Vandre, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, Jai Hind.